Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. As you can probably hear it in my voice, I'm still recovering. The cold has got me good, man. It has absolutely got me good. This is the uh, biggest reason as to why we can't do any live streams at the moment. But we thought, 24 hours break. Yesterday there was no video. We thought, now today we must come back and keep a track of what is going down on Chelsea transfer news side of things. So, look, we're going to kick things off from here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts about all the news, especially on this one. Pedro Lima, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start things off from here, and then we'll talk about Armando Broja. It goes something like this. BlueCo are one step away from signing Pedro Lima, right back from Brazil. He would join Strasbourg for next season, coming from Fabrizio Romano. Look, I've got no idea who Pedro Lima is. Literally, I mean, apparently he doesn't even play in the Brazilian First League. I think he plays a division below, and he's 16. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea have prepared Pedro Lima deal with Strasbourg. Brazilian right back expected to join the French club from. Oh, wait a minute. Chelsea have prepared Pedro Lima deal with Strasbourg. Brazilian right back expected to join the French club from. Oh yeah, expected to join the French club from Sport Recife. I thought he was already in a French club now. Fair enough. So that's the Brazilian club, Sport Recife. I think that's how you pronounce it. Agreement on personal terms, working on final details between club to be sealed in the next days. Strasbourg move with a view for Chelsea future. So the thing about this move is this isn't for Chelsea. This is a Strasbourg move, and then hopefully, if he does well, one day he can move towards Chelsea Football Club. Now, from that perspective, I've got no issues with that. This is why we created the multi-club model so that we can produce gems within our system, and then basically pick and get them to come and play for Chelsea Football Club. Much like I suppose what Manchester City did recently with Girona, taking Savio from there. So this is what we're trying to create. Now, from Strasbourg point of view, obviously this isn't a very good thing, right? I got to sip on some tea. All throughout this video, I got to sip on some tea, man, or else my throat is just going to give up on me. So yeah, look, from a Strasbourg point of view, it's probably not the nicest thing. Strasbourg are probably feeling the way we feel. Yeah, another kid. What's a kid gonna do for Strasbourg in Liga when they're trying to survive? So look, I hear it and I understand it. I didn't understand it previously, but I do understand it now how they must feel about this sort of situation. But unfortunately, this is how it is, man. And just for Strasbourg's sake, I hope they do get some more smart signings and they are somewhat competitive in the league. This is what Felix had to say, ladies and gentlemen. He plays in the Brazilian second tier, so naturally haven't watched much of him, but spoke to a couple of people at Chelsea and they were absolutely raving about him. I mean, it's mad how you could be raving about such a young kid, man, 16-year-old. I mean, there's so much ahead. Like, there's so many things that's got to fall into place to be raving about a kid. Yeah, fair enough. Happy he's going to Strasbourg. Makes sense. We'll see how it ends up working. But I hope it doesn't get in the way of someone like Achiampong. Look, yeah, see, all of this stuff, little caveats, little conditions. I hope it doesn't get in the way of this player and that player from Cobham. Look, not everyone's going to make it. Not everyone's going to make it. Who knows even if Pedro Lima is going to make it. So for fans to talk like that, I find it very strange. I really do. Like, they must think very highly of Achiampong. And I know we've seen a little bits and pieces of Achiampong, but we as a fan base need to calm down as well with these kids, man. Honestly, we need to calm down. Hopefully they both get equal opportunity. And then if the time comes where one needed at Chelsea, they pick the one based on merit. We are talking about so far ahead in the future. I just can't entertain it. I really cannot entertain it. I don't think this is the sort of groundbreaking news, but I'm told the deal is expected to be completed soon. Only hold up thus far has been interest from Real Madrid. So look, hopefully this gets done. And he's going to be a Strasbourg player, and hopefully he gets some minutes over there and grows and develops. And one day We'll see whether he can play for Chelsea Football Club. But then, some people are saying, we want Achiampong in the future. We can't have this brother come through. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to this particular player, Pedro Lima. What you know about him, let me know everything in the comment section. Now, a little bit in regards to Olise, some news from Felix. I'm also told that Chelsea are progressing on Olise, and he prefers a move to Chelsea over United. Chelsea in talks with Olise's agent. Look, I'm not one bit surprised that he prefers a move to us over Man United. Man United are a mess at the moment. They don't even know who their manager is. Apparently, Thomas Tuchel, he's now doesn't want anything to do with it. Whether he got rejected by Man United, that's a different story. Maybe he did get rejected by Man United. And now the story from his side is that, he wants to take a bit of a sabbatical. And then on top of that, what's going on with Erik ten Hag? I'm glad that Thomas Tuchel's not going there. I'm really glad. Whether he got rejected by Ineos or he rejected Ineos, look, I don't really care. I'm just glad that Thomas Tuchel's not going there. And yeah, like as I said, Olise, it's not a tough selection to make. There is so many things that's wrong with Man United. Managerial situation is one thing. They've got to get rid of so many players before they can even think about bringing players in. So we, from that perspective, are a little bit more settled. Yeah, I know we've been topsy-turvy as well. Don't get me wrong. We've been topsy-turvy as well. But at least we have a manager in place. We were very quick, actually, to get rid of Pochettino and bringing Maresca in. Very quick. Within a week's time frame, we had it all done. So, and then our playing staff is quite settled as well. So Olise picking us, thinking that we are far more stable and we probably have the better chance to explode next season. Hopefully that's the case. So let's see what happens with Olise. Now, these are some Pedro Lima and Olise news. Now we're going to get to some crazy shenanigans. Coming from Ben Jacobs, I need to talk about Ben Jacobs a little bit, right? Everton are trying to sign Armando Broja for 30 million package coming from Ben Jacobs. And he further goes on to say, both Chelsea and Everton are in daily contact and Everton is hoping for a quick breakthrough. Look, I want to say one thing. This may not happen. Obviously, we want to sell Armando Broja. But one thing I want to say about Ben Jacobs, this guy, seriously, I can't take him. I cannot take him seriously, man. I really cannot. He literally looks at the most common opinions out there in the Chelsea fan base and he pretty much runs with it. I don't think he has any exclusives. I really don't think he does. For a club like Everton, who are in immense stress financially, financial fair play is on them. They've lost like several points last season due to financial fair play. They're in a change of ownership situation as well. You think with financial fair play, where they need to get rid of players, changing ownership, you think they're looking for a quick breakthrough? Really? And for what? 30 million package for a player that has done nothing last season. Look, I'd be ecstatic if we get 30 million for Armando Broja. Absolutely ecstatic. But this, you know how when we sit down and we try and make sense of a particular rumor, whether this rumor makes sense or not, this rumor makes 0 sense. 0 sense whatsoever. And do you know what? Straight after this, C. Beasley Echo, Christopher Beasley, I think he takes care Everton reporter for Liverpool Echo, and I've covered Everton, and so someone who's close to this whole situation, Everton Football Club. Everton are not closing in on a deal for Armando Broja. Any talks of deals of such magnitude are wide of the mark until Everton's ownership issues are resolved. That makes sense to me. I'd find it very, very strange when your ownership is up in the air and you want to make a £30 million transaction for Armando Broja, who couldn't crack into Fulham's first team. As I said, I would love that type of money, but for a club that is in financial stress, yeah, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have to be very careful when it comes to Ben Jacobs news. So that's a little bit about that. Now, some news in regards to Christopher Nkunku. Before that, some tea, please. Christopher Nkunku is very happy at Chelsea and wants to give something back. He's absolutely determined to do his best in pre-season and get in the best shape physically. He believes next season will be big for him, and Chelsea is convinced he can do something special. I'm convinced he'll do something special as well under Maresca. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Now, we've heard news about Nkunku a couple of days ago that apparently other clubs have been inquiring to Chelsea about Nkunku. Now, that may not be too far-fetched. Other clubs could inquire about Nkunku. They could sense that maybe, if they can take this particular player away from Chelsea, they're just basically testing the waters. They can do that. I've got no issues about that. And to a certain degree, it may even make sense, right? In terms of others wanting to inquire. But it also makes sense that Nkunku wants to stay at Chelsea Football Club, 100%. I've got no doubts about that either. He spent almost the entirety of last season injured. He's got a lot to prove at Chelsea Football Club. He's got a lot to prove in the Premier League. And more than anything, Fabrizio Romano is a particular journalist who I think is very close to Nkunku's agents and his entourage. So when Fabrizio Romano is saying all this, Fabrizio Romano was the one that said all of the stuff last season about Nkunku being the savior. Chelsea's waiting on Nkunku. So when Fabrizio is saying this, this is coming directly from the players' camp. I don't expect this player to leave, but in the future, this is a particular player I do feel Chelsea will part ways eventually. He will be 27 at the end of this year. And, Chelsea, I don't think will entertain players that reach closer to their 30 years mark. They'd want to make sure that they make some level of profit out of Nkunku. But this upcoming season for Nkunku, I think this is going to be a monster season. Hopefully he stays injury-free. And for Enzo Maresca, I think he's going to be a top player. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Nicolas Jackson news. Some Nicolas Jackson news. Nicolas Jackson injured his right ankle during the game last night. Can't remember who the opposition was, but there's clips of Nicolas Jackson missing chances as well. Gilt-edged chances too. An MRI scan revealed a serious ankle sprain. Therefore, he will be unavailable for the next match on June 9th. Look, I just hope that he's ready for the preseason. Get all of these injuries and get everything out of your way. By the time preseason starts, I hope, my man, you are ready to rock and roll. Another reason, I suppose, why we definitely need a striker. That's a position that definitely needs some level of competition and some level of authority. You need a very, very good striker that's going to finish things off. Obviously, there's still news about Sesko. There's still news about John Duran and all of these guys. We'll see what happens. But I hope Nicolas Jackson comes back fit and strong very, very soon. An ankle injury. I guess injuries, we're cursed. We're absolutely cursed. No one can blame Pochettino on this one. Why is he getting injured still, Nicolas Jackson, in international duty? But look, I think all the people that consistently kept on saying that Poch was the biggest person to be blamed for all our injuries. Look, I think he had some bits to play for it, but I don't think he was the biggest concern. But anyway, regardless of all of that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest in all of Chelsea news and transfer news. Let me know your thoughts about Pedro Lima. Let me know your thoughts about Armando Broja and Olise as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.